Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Willpower Cup. We're going to be using the Mandibuzz paired with the Claydol and the Overqwil. So we see the Lucario to deal with. This Lucario does get to their move first. Thunder Punch is super effective, but we can tank the move. Gonna go for the Aerial Ace. We do grab the first shield. Our opponent is gonna stay in and tank the next Aerial Ace. We switch out. They go for the Thunder Punch, and Overqwil did not appreciate that Thunder Punch. We're gonna have to shield once just to fire off this move here. And let's see what they have in the bag. They decide to let it go. We see the Quillfish. Our Overqwil is able to get to one more Aqua Tail, and then we're going to switch out into our own Claydol. But unfortunately, we run into the Mandibuzz in the back. Mandibuzz is going to be able to tank these moves. Yeah, unfortunately, Mandibuzz in the bag was just a little too much to deal with. We are going to be able to get to another Aerial Ace here to chip away. Oh, they switch out into their Quillfish, and unfortunately for us, they're going to be able to win that game. So GG's to our opponent. The Lucario ended up being way more problematic than we had anticipated. Alright, we got the Primate to deal with. We're going to stay in because we can get to these Aerial Aces. They go for a close combat actually, and then they dip out of there. We see the Greninja flow back in, and we're going to chip and dip out of there into our Overqwil. We're just going to spam this Aqua Tail here. We do grab a shield. We're going to let this one go here, and to be the Hydro Cannon, we barely survive that. We throw another Aqua Tail, we finally get that second shield, and let's see if we can win this game with a shield advantage. Hydro Cannon does get used. We see the Primate come back in. We're going to go into our Claydol. They go for the Rage Fist, and looks like a Rage Fist. Another Rage Fist is not advisable, so we're going to fire off the Scorpion Sand, and we see the Sableye. So unfortunately, the Sableye here is going to take us out. We go for the Dark Pulse. The Dark Pulse is not enough to beat the Sableye, so GG's to our opponent. The Overqwil seems to be a little bit too fragile right now. But let's see if we can recover here. We're going to see the Mandibuzz. And then, what is that? Quillfish? Yeah, Quillfish comes back in here. So we're going to chip, and then we're going to go into our Claydol looking for the farm down. Aqua Tail is painful, but we do get the farm down. So that was pretty good. We're going to go for this Ice Beam. Ice Beam here does go super effective, and at least we get it into the 50% mark. Trying to get to another Ice Beam. Yep, we do get to the additional Ice Beam. We're going to switch on immediately, and we see the Slowbro in the back. Oh man! We were unable to get off this move, but the game is lagging a little bit and freezing up, but looks like we're back in action. Dark Pulse does get used here to grab that shield, and they are gonna throw a move here. Skull does get used. We do shield the correct move, and then we're gonna fire off another Dark Pulse. Heavy damage. We're gonna switch out into our Overqwil, fire off the Aqua Tail immediately. Take out the Slowbro, and we have the Mandibuzz to deal with. They are going to throw an Aerial Ace. We can survive that, and then luckily the Overqwil does have enough health to farm it down. So GG's to our opponent, able to get that win right there versus the Mirror Mandibuzz in the front. The main core is the Mandibuzz and the Claydol. Still questionable on the Overqwil, but trying to make it work. We got the primate to deal with here because the close combat and dip. What is that? A defense deoxys? Wow. Interesting pick here. Interesting. We're going to look to resist all the moves now. We just are going to be able to hard wall this defense deoxys with our Claydol. Double psycho boost goes through, and they are significantly debugged. We have a ton of energy. We see the Hypno come in, so they had double psychics in the back protecting against their fighter. Scorching Sand, and looks like our opponent here ends up quitting the game because they are applying almost zero fast move pressure, running the confusion, unfortunately. So we were going to be able to get a ton of energy and apply a lot of pressure, but looks like we have recovered a little bit, and let's see what the next game is. Are we going to be able to find cannot find a game right there, but will we be able to find a third win here? Alright, Mandibuzz versus the Quillfish. We are tankier, and they are going to be able to spam some moves, so we got to be aware of that. Go for the Arrow Ace here, chip away at it. We tank the move there, ends up being the Ice Beam, so now we know the running Ice Beam version. We're going to fire off another Aqua Tail here and switch out into the Overqwil, try and catch a move. But they throw the move anyway, so we'll okay with that. Ooh, they get to another Aqua Tail though. One shield farm down is as good as it's going to get. We see the Claydol. Claydol ends up having to use the shield anyways, so at least we get the shield back. We're going to be able to spam another Aqua Tail. They go for the double. Okay, we see the Overqwil, so they have double quills in the back. They are able to farm us down, unfortunately, so we have to wiggle out of this situation now. We're going to have to go into the Claydol here. We know that this is probably the Aqua Tail. Ooh, a Shadow Ball, actually. We do shield. And then luckily we are able to farm down. That was a tricky little game right there. Able to get to an Ice Beam to get this Claydol into the yellow. They go for the Scorching Sand. Scorching Sand is not going to be enough to take us out, and we are able to reach another Scorching Sand to take their opposing Claydol out. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Claydol at the end. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.